For me, I mean, you're an old hand, but this is the first thing for me where it's gone from an idea all the way through to sort of suddenly being surrounded by people who are all experts in things that you cannot possibly do, making your vision come to life and improving it and surprising you. And that, I hope that, you know, I hope I get to go through that again, and I hope that novelty never wears off. That's the most amazing thing, is to sort of stand there watching these people go about their business and thinking, you know, this is all because two numpties had an idea. And especially as well, cast-wise, having sort of Dawn French stood in front of you saying words that you wrote down it was such a thrill.
That was the greatest thrill for me. You know, you've got these 150 pages or whatever of stuff that you've been working on so long, and you hand it over to a director, and then at some point you hand it over to a group of actors, and seeing these actors not only bring it to life but elevate it past what you ever thought it could be. You know, to see people like Benedict Wong and Stephen Campbell Moore, two actors who we only dreamt that we would be able to get to come and play these parts on the show, and they're incredible. And then you're looking around and there's Dougray Scott, and there's Rebecca Front, and Nick Moran, and Dawn French, and Amelia Fox, and Sarah Soleimani, and you just go, well, this is and every day when they would turn up with a new thing, you know, you would just be like, oh, that's better than I thought it would be. Actually.
Also, people like Paul Corley.
Yeah.
I have such a. He's particularly amazing to me because we wrote the pilot, and we wrote scenes set in the council in order to set the scene, the world that these two characters are in. And instead of putting man 1, woman 2, we called them Alan, Sabrina, and Noel. And then in Paul's case, Noel we'd written as a character for other reasons, but in Paul's case, he did this tape which we watched about 20 times because it was so funny. He took these 2 lines and just made them hilarious and gave us a character.
Which we then went, well, we have to write more for this guy, and
then it's a real character in the series, and that's completely down to him.
Same with Shandeep, you know, and it's important to say as well that Tom Basden, who plays Noel in the show, was a huge part of us plotting the show. And then when I had to go to New York to do the play, him and Matt wrote 2 of the episodes 3 and 5 were written by Matt and Tom, and he, to have someone like Tom, to have a brain like Tom around. And then we would sit, some days we would sit in my dressing room at the Adelphi Theatre when I was in this play, and it would be Matt, myself, Tom, and Jeremy Dyson. And you just, you know, I would look at these three like brains and just think, oh my God, we're just giving ourselves every chance of making something good. You know, when you've got good people around.